Hey, what's up YouTube and Amazon? Jefferson here with Zomei Productions. And this is the Rii K18 2.4 GHz wireless keyboard. I got this on Amazon and I want to thank Express Buying for sending me this unit to review. And if you want to read a little bit more about it, I'll provide a link in the description box below. And by using that link, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you so much for that. There's a few features I really like about this keyboard, and there's just a few features that I'm not too fond of. Let's start off with the ones that I don't like since it's a short list. The first thing is how it looks. It's not that bad, but it could have been designed a little better. Personally, I'm not a fan of this teal color with these buttons. I do like how it's accented, but the color in my opinion doesn't really flow that well. The second thing I don't like is how it feels when typing. I love how it's a short travel to have the buttons respond, but it doesn't feel that great. Even though it's constructed out of plastic, it could have been a little bit more tactile, and they could have used a better switch, but overall it's not bad at all. I could type pretty decent on this keyboard in my opinion. It's definitely smaller and it'll take a little time to get used to, but when you do, you'll be fine. Alright, with all that said, let's get started with the ones that I really like about this keyboard. Obviously, this is a full QWERTY keyboard, and if for whatever reason you're not familiar with that term, it simply means it uses the traditional layout on most computer keyboards. This also has a built-in trackpad, which makes it really useful, especially when you're using this on a TV box. I personally don't like using this keyboard on my Android TV box, only because there's no way to program the power, volume, and etc. onto this keyboard. If it had that feature, I might consider replacing it with my current remote. The trackpad is a little different. Here's how to use it. If you want to left click, you simply use one finger and press onto the trackpad, just like how you normally would on a laptop trackpad. The scrolling function is also the same. However, with mine, it's actually in invert mode for whatever reason. So when you scroll down, you would actually have to push from the bottom to top. It's not bad, but I personally prefer it the other way around. Here's where it changes. In order to right click, you would have to use two fingers and have both of them pressed down at the same time. If you've owned an Apple computer before, you're familiar with this gesture. However, for Windows users, this might be new, I think. That's pretty much it, how you use the trackpad. The overall build quality isn't bad, but it's also not the best. However, when considering the price and feature, it's actually really good. There's shortcut keys where the F functions are. I normally use this keyboard on my MacBook Pro Retina 13-inch, so here's how it works on my laptop. I'm not too certain what the F1 key does, but when I highlight something, it deletes it. F2 is a search button, but it doesn't do anything on my computer. F3 should be the My Computer mode, but on my Mac, it doesn't respond either. F4 is your home. F5 disables the trackpad, which does work for me. F6 and F7 should be the copy and paste button, I believe. However, they both don't work on my laptop. The F8 is the mute button, and the F9 and F10 are the volume controls, which all three buttons works perfectly. This part is one of my favorite features. This keyboard is powered by a 280 milliamp polymer lithium ion battery and is controlled by this 2.4 GHz USB transmitter. You can find both of them towards the back of the unit when you remove this cover. This cable is the built-in USB charger, and if the cable's a little too short, which most likely will be, it comes with this dongle to extend it. For a quick reference, here's how it'll look like when I use this keyboard with my laptop. Even though it's relatively close by, I still have to use the dongle to reach my USB port. If you have a power bank, you can use that to power on the unit, so that bypasses the cable issue. That's pretty much it when it comes to this keyboard. If you have any questions or comment, be sure to leave them in the comment box below and I'll try my best to answer any questions you may have. If you like this video or if you just found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps out my channel a lot. Like always, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Alright guys, so we got the powder inside our shaker, and before we actually mix it up, I want to show you guys the actual scooper itself. This is how it looks.